Stalingrad, one of the bloodiest battles in history, a city that became the graveyard of Hitler's dreams. But why was this city so important that millions had to die for it? Hello dear viewer, welcome to EpochTriad, where we explore political, military and unusual history. History isn't just dates and facts, it's a treasure trove of wisdom waiting to be uncovered. At EpochTriad we dive deep into historical texts and research to bring you stories that time has nearly forgotten. From ancient military strategies still relevant today, to political maneuvers that shaped our world, to those bizarre historical events you won't believe actually happened. What makes us different? We don't just tell you what happened, we analyze why it matters now. Every video extracts practical lessons you can apply to your daily life. Want to go deeper? Find expanded insights for each video on our blog. History isn't just about the past, it's a roadmap for navigating our present and future. Join our community of curious minds by subscribing to EpochTriad. The past is waiting to share its secrets with you, which also includes the significance of Stalingrad in World War II and Hitler's strategic motives in a concise manner. The Battle of Stalingrad was a major combat operation between Axis and Soviet forces during World War II, often regarded by historians as pivotal in determining the war's outcome. Stalingrad's symbolic significance to Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin, combined with its strategic position on several key transportation routes and its proximity to vital resources, made it an important military objective for both sides. This section addresses the questions: why Stalingrad and why did Hitler want to capture it, which are discussed at greater length in section 2 or the episode 2. Situated on the west bank of the Volga River, Stalingrad was a rapidly growing industrial city that had been developed for more than a century. It had become a major communications hub within southern Russia by the outbreak of war in 1941, linking the north-south route that ran from the Black Sea to the Volga, while a railway running east from the Don facilitated movement of raw materials from the Ural Mountains and Siberia to the west. Kovach, 2016. The city's factories were vital to the Soviet war effort. Local arms production was dominated by the leading defense contractor, the Tsaritsyn Armory, and by 1942 their facilities were manufacturing a quarter of the Soviet Union's tanks, underscoring Stalingrad's economic and military importance. The city's position near the southern end of the Volga River, a critical waterway for transportation, further enhanced its status as a strategic pivot, which explains why the German General Staff frequently considered seizing it. The engineer Erwin Rommel had already proposed its occupation in 1941. Kovach, 2016. In addition, the capture of Stalingrad would have severely curtailed the transport of supplies and personnel along the river, disrupting war-related traffic to and from the Caucasus and the Caspian Sea region. Several broader operational objectives made the city doubly significant. The German plan advanced three key strategic interests: the defense of the Crimean Peninsula, the capture of the oil fields associated with the Caucasus, and the denial of Azeri oil to the Allies. Stalingrad remained central to each of these objectives, thereby effectively defining operations over a large portion of the Eastern Front. Once occupied, it would enable sustained German advances and facilitate the defeat of both Soviet forces and the wider communist movement in the region. Stalingrad was originally founded in 1589 as a small Russian outpost on the bank of the Volga River. Eventually, this outpost grew into a major city, renamed Tsaritsyn in 1708. Industrial development between the late 19th and early 20th century set a foundation for further growth. The city was renamed Stalingrad in 1925 in honor of Joseph Stalin. Under Soviet directive, a large plant was created for the production of tractors, and during World War II, two industrial complexes capable of producing tanks and assembling aircraft were established. Over time, Stalingrad became an important center for communications, and trade alongside its industrial significance. Its location on the Volga River meant that the city stood on a key shipping route to the oil-rich Caspian Sea region, indispensable to the Soviet war effort. The river also connected the coastal fish processing areas near Astrakhan, located at the Delta region. Hence, in the early summer of 1942, the Battle of Stalingrad was crucially important to both sides. In the German view, controlling the agricultural and oil resources of the Caucasus, and in the Soviet perspective, protecting the vital communication center of the Volga. So, if Stalingrad was the turning point of World War II, what would you think if the city had fallen to Hitler? And stay tuned for the next episode of the Stalingrad series. If you want to gain real benefit from this episode and apply it in your daily life, head over to the blog where you'll find the practical insights. The link is in the description, and don't forget to follow and subscribe to the channel.